secrecy cover to carry out this plan so that their own even Air Force did not know. That is why their Air Force was unable to take part in the war. When they were questioned later, according to the books, they said, we were not informed, we were not prepared, we were not told.
So what were the initial reaction of the crew on receiving the orders regarding the enemy tanks on the vicinity or territory of Longewala?
This happened at night time on the 4th night, early mornings of the 5th. Though it was the night of the 4th, but it had gone up to about 2:30, 3 o'clock at night. 2:30, 3 o'clock at night.
So please, question of the crew on receiving the orders from you.
Yes. So as I was describing earlier, it was 4th night, but past the midnight and early hours of the 5th morning. So about 2:30, maybe 3 o'clock, I got a call from the general. That was the first time on the radio relay he told me that tanks were running in for the base to capture it. And that conversation I have repeated. You want to stay, you stay. You want to run away, you run away. No, you don't run away when you have 1,500 people there. You have come to fight the war. You have to face the music. So I told him, if you cannot stop these tanks, leave me alone. I will do whatever I can and face the situation. So the only thing I did at that time, called the defense in charge, the ground defense in charge, and called the flight commander and apprised them that this is what is happening. The tanks are running in. Start loading up the aeroplanes. So he went back, got the technical people into action. They were waiting nearby only in the trench, and the pilots were put on the alert that this is going to happen, and 2 pilots were to arrive to me for taking the briefing before launching. GLO and myself would brief them on the situation, and they would go carry out the task, come back and debrief us. And we recorded all those in the war diary.
So what was your reaction? How did you feel when you saw or came across the first Pakistani tanks?
You see, my reaction on hearing this news was I would not say scary, but very serious. We were prepared. We were waiting for the hostilities to come to us. All the people were hyped up to that level that their morale was high and they were itching to fight the battle. So that way I was not scared, my people were not scared. And I would not tell a lie, because I gained nothing by telling a lie. It's all behind me now. But at that time it appeared a very serious situation, not knowing up to where the tanks have reached already. So it was scary in the sense that I had to caution them to be prepared to face the music at short notice. So I had to only trade space for time.
Only the uncertainty a part of it.
Uncertainty. So the guns had to be redeployed to stall their advance, slow down their advance. The aeroplanes had to be loaded. Pilots had to be briefed. We got busy with it, and the ground defense people were given a strong, fiery talk that get going, and it's a do or die battle. Gentlemen, get ready. So that's sort of the issue.
So tell us something about the enemy opposite your area of responsibility.
As I stated earlier in my statement, since this plan was a very secret plan, highly secret plan, which was not even divulged to Pakistan Air Force by the powers in Pakistan. They did not divulge. So the forward airfields were not prepared. Neither Jaqaba nor Rahim Yarkam had any aeroplanes inducted into it. And you can't fight the war from a distance base. They don't allow you to reach the enemy area, our area. So no enemy air action came into us except on the 5th night. On the 4th night, no bombing raid came. On the 5th night, the bombing raid started. The bomber would come over the airfield and wait for us to disclose our location. There was a total darkness, total discipline being maintained, and we would not fire because he was orbiting outside the gun range, above 6,000 feet. So if he is orbiting at that height, my opening up the guns from the ground would only reveal my position. So I would tie the guns down And as and when he got frustrated that they are not opening up, he would make a run at a lower height. And that's the time we would fire only that side guns. Wouldn't fire the whole deployment. Only if we passed the north of the airfield, only guns on the northern side fired. So that is how the guns were being controlled by us.
What were the principal aircrafts which were employed by Pakistan then?
The principal aircraft, the aircraft that was coming at night was a Canberra, some series of the Canberra, and one time the C-130. C-130 came when he found that this base had done so much of damage to our ground troops. He came and the army passed the message to me, big aeroplane heading in your direction. So we were sitting on the alert. I had the guns ready only to say fire. That was the only order that I needed to give. So when I heard at night the sound of these engines was roaring, so I knew that he'd come over it because you couldn't see at night, you couldn't see the aeroplane. The noise level was so high, so I said he's coming to our area. So I said fire. All the guns opened up. When all the guns opened up, that fellow was still slightly outside. He put on all the back that he could and threw all the 23 bombs, and they hit the perimeter of the airfield and he got away. Had he passed over the airfield, one odd bullet would have hit him. The bullet may not have hit him, he would have hit the bullet. He would have passed.
So any interesting anecdotes of that memorable war?
Anecdotes is that every time night bombing used to come, siren would go on, the Rajmata would ring me up. Wing commander, shall I ring up Indira Gandhi to give you night fighters? So I would go dashing over there in the Jonga to tell her, ma'am, Rajmata, just stick in your place. You don't have to worry. We'll take care of it. You don't have to ring up Indira Gandhi.
So did you come across any enemy air action during your entire 14 days war? How did they react on coming across Indian Air Force?
We came across a little action, not in our area, but when the Army found, the Air Force found that we had no task, we were doing independently whatever we were. They said, okay, support the troops, the 11 division troops in Nayachor, quite a distance for us. So we would send the aeroplane high level, descend, give them a support and run back high level. During that process, some conflict took place and one of my hunter trainers came back with a bullet just behind the pilot, the canopy, pilot's canopy, just behind, but no damage to the aeroplane. Other than that, it was a ball ammunition which did not explode, did not cause fire. It was embedded there and stuck. Aeroplane came, landed, we removed the thing and made it serviceable again. Now that's one. The second one was that I got a call from Flight Lieutenant Mukherjee saying that the two sabres are following me. So since I was monitoring everything, I was in the Cap Combat Control, CCC, so I said, Mukho, just maintain full throttle and maintain height. Don't give up. Don't slow down. The two aeroplanes that had just taken off, I diverted in the opposite direction and in his side. The two that had returned had fuel, I made them orbit the airfield. I said, as soon as they reach here, we'll take them out. So that way we managed to rescue him and he landed. Those fellows could not cope up with the hunter speed maybe.
There's a common perception, sir, that Hunter Mark 56 were unable to fly or fight at night. What is the true story?
There is no night firing facility with the Hunter. The Hunter can fly at night, but just flying the aeroplane and not able to fire is of no value at all. So anybody saying it cannot night fly is wrong. I taught night flying to the AROPs. AROP people never knew what night flying was. So I told Atma Singh, Major Atma Singh, now General Atma Singh, I told him, you fly, I'm instructor. So I taught them night flying. I showed them how the night flying is done. I said, just